Crunch time as teams desperately battle it out to finish in those top 4 playoff spots. Well, today we are all about Group A, where it is really close, certainly from 4th position down. And today, Le Mans, who are currently sitting in 7th spot in Group A, take on Nizhny Novgorod of Russia, who currently occupy that final playoff spot in 4th. There has already been a game today, Banvit beating Sadiga Savalina. We've also got Ludwigsburg Ventspils and UKAM Murcia against Anvil. So all the teams in Group A are doing battle with each other over the course of this evening. And as I said, Banvit have already played and have already beaten Sadiga Savalina, so that was a battle of the top couple of teams. Banvit in 2nd, Sadiga Savalina in 3rd. And by virtue of Banvit winning that game, they have now assured themselves of a playoff spot, as have UKAM Murcia, who topped the group, 10-1, Banvit 8-4. So they are guaranteed of a playoff spot. Sadiga Savalina in 3rd, looking good even with that loss today. They are still 7-5 in 3rd position. But Nizhny Novgorod, although they currently occupy that final playoff spot, they know that they have work to do. They are 5-6, but they have a plethora of teams behind them queuing up, just waiting to take over them. As we take a look at their roster, Zoran Lukic, the coach, and Kendrick Perry, well, he has been one of the shining lights of the Basketball Champions League this season. He averages 16 points per game. That puts him 9th on the list in the entire competition. Ivan Strebkov has been the man supporting him. He's getting 13.6 a game, and Strebkov's also been dishing the assists out as well, with 5.5 assists a game as well. And they'll be looking towards the likes of Vladimir Dragicevic to go to work on the glass this evening. He averages 6.7 rebounds a game for the visiting side. As for Le Mans, Eric Barteczki, the head coach, and Le Mans will once again be looking to the likes of Michael Thompson and Cameron Clark to provide the spark on the offensive end. They average 12.5 and 12.6 points per game respectively, and Thompson has also been dishing out the assists for Le Mans this campaign, leading the team with 4.9 a game. And he's ably supported by Jonathan Tabu, who's averaging 4 a game as well. Richard Hendricks and Wilfried Yeguet will be looking to boss the glass for Le Mans this evening. They both average over 6 rebounds a game so far in the Basketball Champions League. So yeah, as I was saying, Nizhny Novgorod currently occupying that 4th playoff spot. But there are a host of teams just queuing up right behind them, just waiting to pounce on any potential errors that Nizhny Novgorod have over the next 3 weeks. Nizhny Novgorod 5-6 coming into this game. Anvil 4-7, Ventspils 4-7, Le Mans 4-7. So there is very little in it. Ludwigsburg currently propping up the group. They are a 3-8 so far. But only 2 teams so far in Group A have guaranteed themselves a playoff spot, and that is UKAM Murcia and Banvit. So still plenty of basketball still to be played here, as the Nizhny Novgorod team have just been introduced, and now the turn of the home side. Only 3 weeks remain in the regular season, so every single game is absolutely critical, and a loss today for Le Mans could be the difference between qualifying and not come early February. The last time these two met back in Russia, it was one-way traffic, however. Nizhny Novgorod winning that game 85 points to 71 back on the 6th of November, that one. So Le Mans will be out for revenge here this evening, and they'll be relying on their home supporters to try and give them that extra push over the line here tonight. 3 out of their 4 wins that they have accumulated this campaign have come at home, so they can take some encouragement from that. They beat Banvit here back in mid-December, 85 points to 71. They beat Ventspils back at the end of October, 91 points to 76, and they also beat MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg the week before that in October, 64 points to 54. So there are only a couple of defeats here in front of their home supporters. Came against 2 of the top 3 sides. They lost to Sirigas Avellino by 3 points, 74 points to 77. That was in mid-November. And they also lost here against UCAM Murcia back on the 12th of December, 71 points to 80. As for Nizhny Novgorod, well, they've picked up a few wins on the road this season. Started off when they travelled to Anvil back on the 17th of October. They picked up an 11-point win there. They also beat Ventspils on the road by 5, 80 points to 75. They beat Sirigas Avellino as well on the road, 92 points to 71. A really convincing victory there against a very good and talented Sirigas Avellino side. But they do come into this Nizhny Novgorod off the back of 2 consecutive defeats. They lost to UCAM Murcia on the road on the 9th of Jan, and also to Banvit last time out. Here are referees, Tulin, Grozjes and Kardum from Romania, Latvia and Croatia, respectively. So the sides will just have a couple of minutes, finish their warm-ups before tip-off gets underway. Here are the starting 5s then for Nizhny Novgorod. They go with Babiorin, Strebkov, Komalov, Astakovic and Dragicevic. Mentioned the importance of Ivan Strebkov and also the big man Vladimir Dragicevic as well, averaging 6.7 rebounds a game. And Zoran Lukic is the man in charge of Nizhny Novgorod. Serbian is Zoran Lukic. Spell in charge as well of Nizhny, who was here between 2008 2014. He then had a year at Banvit before rejoining Nizhny Novgorod in 2017. Here's the Le Mans starting 5. They go with Ato, Thompson, Bigot, Clark and Yiguet. So a lot of their big-name players starting this game. Michael Thompson has been a key man for them so far this campaign. And there is Eric Bartoszewski. So UCAM against Anvil. That tips off the same time as this one in a couple of minutes' time. There's already one game in Group A currently being played. Ventspils and Ludwigsburg tipped off about half hour or so before this one. Ventspils 27, Ludwigsburg 26, midway through the second quarter there at the moment.
If it's a pick like that, if it's a split pick, no pick, don't switch. But if you are touch, switch. It's number 8. Side 0. Okay. Two points in 8. Mogu igrati, mogu da igraju short black ili black, short roll. Хорошо, будете готови на читанju za slot. Понятно? Ajmo начинаем от Dobro.
They had to win 3 qualification round ties, did Nizhny Novgorod, just to get into the regular season. They brushed aside Porto of Portugal. They then beat the formidable Aris side of Greece on and then finally blew out the Czech side, Pardubice, to take its spot in the regular season. So they've been going for some time. When you think the regular season started back in October, the qualifiers started a good few weeks before that as well. It's already been quite a long campaign. So here we go. 3 game weeks remain in this year's Basketball Champions League regular season. Le Mans taking on Nizhny Novgorod in Group A. And Le Mans control the tip. I think the screen was just called. It's an offensive foul. They'll turn it over already. Called on Wilfried Yeguet. Here is Ivan Strebkov. Try and get the ball into his hands as often as they possibly can tonight. Throws up the mid-range jumper, which is good, and the first points of the game belong to Artem Komolov. Here is Michael Thompson. Magnificent campaign so far. Again, tries to respond with mid-range 2 of his own. Can't get it to go. Strebkov brings down the rebounds. Great defense, and it's stolen off him from Wilfried Yeguet. And now the fast break down the other end of the floor. Makes the layup. Good work in transition from Le Mans. The steal down one end from Wilfried Yeguet. And again, back-to-back steals for Wilfried Yeguet. Just didn't quite go over the half court, so there's no backcourt violation there. Here's Michael Thompson. Draws the foul. Foul goes on Artem Komolov. Good start though from Wilfried Yeguet. Back-to-back steals, consecutive possessions. Tricky shot, trying to shoot over the defense, can't get it to go. Strebkov. Dragicevic. This is where he can really go to work. Nice shot. The right-hand jump hook from Vladimir Dragicevic. Such an important part of how they play. Can't get that one to go. It was part of the Montenegrin side that went to Eurobasket 2017 was Dragicevic. Here he is again, thought about throwing one up from the foul line. Instead, Strebkov throws the 3. No good. And the rebound's brought in by Antoine Eto. Nice work. Get out of here, says Dragicevic. Big rejection from him, and now the fast break down the other end. The pass into the corner, the 3 is no good, and Michael Thompson is able to win back possession for Le Mans. Great work on the defensive end though from Nizhny Novgorod. Drives, good penetration, can't get it to go. Yeguet picks it up, there was no reset, didn't hit the rim. Steps back, this will be a 3, and it's good. I thought his foot was just on the line there actually, but has been called a 3. Foul goes on Wilfried Yeguet, just got a little arm to the face, did Dragicevic. Strebkov. Dragicevic, little pass out to the corner. Drives into the baseline. Nice two. Both sides have started well here in the early stages. Nizhny Novgorod leading just by a single point, 6 points to 5. Here's Eto. Nice pass, here he goes. Drives into the lane and makes a simple layup in the end. Valentin Bigot has started well, he's made a 3. And he's now up to 5 points personal. Strebkov again, trying to weave a way through. Dragicevic throws it up. No good. The rebound brought in from Antoine Eto. Eto again drives, tries to finish over the D, can't get it. Stopkovic with the rebounds. Good ball movement, and Dragicevic with a simple 2. Good hand skills though from the Nizhny Novgorod side, passing it around nicely. Getting Dragicevic into the paint where they want him. Eto, shot clock's down to 4, shooting the 3. Really too close on that occasion. Strebkov can bring it away. Dragicevic again, beautiful fade from Vladimir Dragicevic. Great play from the big man. He's had a nice start to the game as Dragicevic already up to 6 points, 3 for 4 from the field, 2 rebounds as well. Nizhny Novgorod with a 3-point lead. Michael Thompson. Thompson shooting the 3. Why not? No defense anywhere near him. And he makes them pay and levels this game up at 10 points each. Here's Baburin. Strebkov. Strebkov knew that the shot clock was counting down, and he nails the 3 with only 2 seconds or so left on the shot clock. Here's Eto. Eto steps back, throws it up, can't get it to go. Maybe should have made it. Good hustle, tries to find Baburin. In the end, the foul is called on Michael Thompson.
Encore pour les deux équipes, pour l'équipe de Novgorod et pour le Mans and Nizhny. Sortie d'Antoine Eto, le capitaine, numéro 8, remplacé par Jonathan Sabou, numéro 18.
So the main man is on the floor for Nizhny Novgorod. Kendrick Perry, introduced for the first time, averaging 16 points a game in the Basketball Champions League so far. Dragicevic spinning towards the hoop, and Dragicevic unstoppable right now underneath. And Nizhny Novgorod out to a 5-point lead. Dragicevic up to 8 personal. Try and deal with the big presence inside a little bit better if they can. Tricky shot, gets it to go nicely. Richard Hendricks is off and running. There's Kendrick Perry. Dragicevic, little no-look pass, fooled everybody. All Dragicevic's good work. He turns it over and he will head to the bench. Nice feel to this game though so far. Both sides playing some good stuff. Foul goes on Baburin.
remplacé par Thierry Zarpé. C'est sur le Mans and Basket.
Another 14 seconds on the clock. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Actually, Novgorod 15, Le Mans 12. Clock is down to 3. Someone's got to try and get it away. Great defensive possession from Nizhny Novgorod, forcing the really difficult shot from Richard Hendricks, who knew that he just had to try and throw it up. He had 3 black shirts all around him. Trying to go to work underneath. Again, surrounded, throws it back outside. The 3 is good. Good patience there from the Russian side. Again, they didn't have too many seconds left on the shot clock. Looked as though he was going to try to go to work himself, but saw that Strebkov was just waiting on the perimeter. Good strong work, gets to the hoop, Hendricks, and puts in the 2. Important here for Le Mans that they just stay in touch. Only trail by 4.
Quatrième faute d'équipe pour le Mans and Basket. La première faute personnelle pour Thierry Zarpé. Possession à suivre, Nizhny Novgorod.
So we have no more fouls to give. What about that for a bounce pass? Oh, almost emphatic block, but he's called on the foul. And for the first time, actually, in this quarter, it'll be a trip to the stripe. He's managed to grab his own rebound, and now the 3 on the way. Oh, a dagger to the heart of the Le Mans side. So the lead is 5. We've got 60 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Trying to reduce the arrears to 2, way off target, although they have grabbed the rebound and 1 for Richard Hendricks. Great work from him on the glass. First of all, bringing down the offensive rebound, and then not only putting in the 2, but the contact as well. So chance for a 3-point play.
Et un changement également pour Novgorod. Retour en jeu numéro 18, Vladimir Dragicevic. Sortie du numéro 17, Ilya Popov.
Ian Hummer, now Kendrick Perry. Right so far in the 2 or 3 minutes that he's been on the floor. Nice bounce past to Dragicevic, nearly threw it away again, but in the end they do turn it over. Now the fast break is on for Le Mans down the other end of the floor. Good transitional defense, although he's thrown it over to the other corner and nails the 3. Jonathan Tabu with his first points of the game, and Le Mans retake the lead. Have trailed by 5 in this quarter. Not so long ago, but it's been a good response since then. And the last possession of this first quarter will belong to Nizhny Novgorod. Hummer drives. Nowhere near, but Dragicevic grabs the rebound, puts it back, and Dragicevic just continues his great first quarter out here. And Nizhny Novgorod, well, they do lead after one, but it's only by one. In the end, Le Mans will be pretty happy. 20 points to 21. You can see how well Nizhny are shooting the two, just 78%, 7 for 9 so far for them. Le Mans just struggling a little bit more. They are having more opportunities though. 5 for 12 from 2-point range. Here are the highlights. So a good opening quarter. Nizhny Novgorod leading by just a single point. There's Kendrick Perry. Perry looking to try and get himself going. Throws it back outside the three. Nothing but string. You have Evgeny Babyorin knocking it down. Good inside-outside penetration from Kendrick Perry. Here's Michael Thompson. To Thompson again. Got Babyorin for company. The shot clock is down to 3. Great defense by Nizhny Novgorod. And now Strebkov. Hummer. And Kendrick Perry. Perry drives into the lane. Too many white shirts around him. Thompson again. Just to draw the foul again. This time it goes on Gerasimov.
Première faute personnelle du joueur numéro 24 de Novgorod, Timofey Gerasimov. Remise en jeu de Mans and Basket.
And they'll turn it over now. Doesn't look too happy with the call, Petru Corneli. A shake of the head. And he will head to the bench after conceding that offensive foul. So Nizhny Novgorod back in possession. Chance to try and extend the lead. The biggest lead so far has been 6 for Nizhny Novgorod. There have been 8 lead changes though, so it just shows how close it's been. Perry again, out to the corner, drives to the baseline, tries to throw it back outside, but it's stolen by Terry Tarpe. Tarpe now leading the fast break. Good transitional defense from Nizhny Novgorod. Tabu, nice pass against the roll. Richard Hendricks is putting up some good minutes as well so far. He's up to 9 points, 4 for 4 from 2-point range. Here's Hummer. Hummer going himself, can't get the finish with the left hand, and now Tabu. Tabu with the pass down the floor. Beautiful pass from Tabu. That will count for Le Mans. Kendrick Perry, the man back there, trying to just swat it away, but goaltend given. Great pass from Jonathan Tabu, though. It's Kendrick Perry again. Perry trying to use the glass. Nice finish from Kendrick Perry. It's a nice little mid-range jumper. Cameron Clark, he's up to 4. And again, we're all tied up, 26 points each. Here's Kendrick Perry again. Starting to have more of an influence on the game. What about that for a little dish to Vladimir Dragicevic? Dragicevic up to 12. Kendrick Perry with another assist. 2 assists for him now. Tabu. Tabu up against Perry. Shot clock is down to 3. The turnaround 2 is good. Cameron Clark again just beginning to get the hot hands for Le Mans. He's up to 6. Team's just trading blows at the moment. Strebkov into Dragicevic. Nice pass outside. The 3 on the way. No good. Richard Hendricks brings down rebound number 2. Tabu into Hendricks again. Hendricks looking to go to work. Hendricks with a good finish as well, high up on the glass. Richard Hendricks into double digits. He's got 11. 5 for 6 from the field so far, Richard Hendricks. Some good stats out there. Dragicevic 6 for 7 from the field for his 12. Le Mans lead by 2. Turns again. Gets it to fall. Hendricks sets the screen for Tabu. Hendricks again, trying to bank that one in. No good. Dragicevic brings down the rebounds. This is his 4th rebound of the game. Straight into the hands of Kendrick Perry, the very capable hands of Perry. Here he goes again. Great penetration from Perry. Just a little heavy-handed with the finish with the left hand. And now Tabu. Tabu. Last touch was off Nizhny Novgorod, so Le Mans will keep it with 8 seconds left on the clock. It's Clark. Clark again. He thought he was fouled as well. Should have been an and one. Doesn't get the whistle. But Cameron Clark is really coming to the party now. He's up to 8. Every time Le Mans edge in front, though, Nizhny Novgorod seemingly answers straight back. Here's Strebkov again. 2 assists for Strebkov so far, allowing Dragicevic that mid-range 2. I wouldn't if I was you, the way that he's shooting it right now. 7 for 8 from the field. Dragicevic, 14 points already. Just over 4 minutes to go in this second quarter.
Les mains, tout le monde. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde. Encore.
It's Michael Thompson. 3 from a long way out. Can't get it to go. Strobkov with the rebound. Here's Popov. Perry wants it, doesn't get it. Strobkov does. Good defensive possession so far from Le Mans. Good ball movement. Now the 3 on the way. And Yevgeny Baburin knocks it down. Baburin up to 8. And Nizhny Novgorod leads by 3. Good patient possession from Nizhny Novgorod. It looked as though they were running out of ideas. Managed to feed it into Kendrick Perry. And whenever he's on the ball, you know that something is just around the corner. And Baburin knocks it down. We've got a timeout called by Le Mans.
Okay, Juice, you are here, no man. The pass, go if Antoine, go on the top. X-Men, X-Men. Okay, hey, after, you know, first, we have to set up. Goal clearly.
Okay. First pass, not on team. Nothing. Okay? No foul. No stupid foul. No baseline. No baseline. From the top. Hey, one more foul.
Les Angels qui seront de retour à la mi-temps. Merci mesdemoiselles. Rendez-vous tout à l'heure. Et puis, vous avez été nombreux à voter sur le site internet du MSB pour choisir une chanson sur laquelle les filles dansent pas bien. Sachez que ce moment sera ce soir pendant la deuxième mi-temps. Taylor Swift, ça a été la chanson que vous avez plébiscitée. Sachez que les Angels danseront ce soir sur cette chanson parce que vous l'avez choisie. Ce sera pendant la deuxième mi-temps. Les gars, on besoin de vous de votre énergie. Les mains maintenant avec ça ensemble.
So 3-point lead. More like we're in a disco right now. Someone has decided to turn down the music. So Le Mans have turned it over. Nizhny Novgorod with an opportunity to try and go into a 2-possession lead once more. Here's Kendrick Perry. Good ball movement again into Popov. This is where Popov is dangerous, spinning and turning his way, but Richard Hendricks is too strong. Good defense from the big man. Here's Michael Thompson. Thompson looking to go to work himself, was fouled. Couldn't make the 2, but will shoot 2.
Pour le Mans basket, sorti du territoire vert autour de Valentin Bigot. Et c'est la deuxième faute personnelle pour le joueur de Novgorod, Ivan Strepkov.
So Thompson heads to the line, normally a very reliable free throw shooter. Well over 80% from the stripe so far in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Le Mans have lost 11 of their last 15 games in the Basketball Champions League. That's after having won 9 of their first 12, so there has been a change in their fortunes over the last few months. Great work again. Richard Hendricks, so strong, he thought he was fouled. Having a conversation with the official, asking why the decision didn't come.
3 seconds, 3 seconds.
And another great defensive play. There's only 2.7 seconds left on the clock. Was once 49th pick in the second round of the 2008 NBA draft was Richard Hendricks for the Golden State Warriors. As Perry can't convert uncharacteristically. And Michael Thompson shooting the three from a long way out, grabs his own rebound. Great work from Thompson and puts back the two. And once again, Le Mans come from behind and go into the lead again, 36 points to 35. Here is Perry. Throws it outside. The three is on the way. No good. Should have really brought down the rebound, Popov, but just couldn't quite grab hold of it. Just over 90 seconds to go in this first half. And he's fouled and one. Cameron Clark has had a great second quarter for Le Mans. He's up to double digits now, 10 points for him. And a trip to the line as well for the chance of a three-point play.
L'occasion de retrouver Victor pour le Léo Contest, 45 secondes pour essayer de mettre plus de lancers francs que Léo et peut-être pour remporter deux invitations pour le prochain match. Allez ici, c'est parti maintenant. Allez, 45 secondes. Prochain match à domicile, ce sera le 2 février prochain contre Chalon-Marin-Cincinnati en Super 8. 2-0 pour le moment. Pour l'instant, c'est Léo qui mène.
Ide Vlada, slipo, Vlado, nema da, on ide u backdoor, opod, lamaj, konjanjaca, ne može da vede u backdoor.
Il reste 10 secondes. 5-4, 5 secondes. C'est terminé, victoire de Léo ce soir dans le Léo Contest. Face à Victor, bravo Léo, Victor. C'est bien battu quand même. Applaudissements pour Victor également, s'il vous plaît, pour le Léo Contest. Et ben bravo, c'est bon. Et du bruit pour Léo ce soir, s'il vous plaît. Et voilà, un tir. Le Mans sans basket.
So Cameron Clark at the foul line to try and convert on this three-point play. She does. Still only 27 years of age. Cameron Clark, the lead is now 4. That's Le Mans' biggest lead. Throws it out to the corner, the shot clock is counting down, loses balance, still manages to find Yevgeny Baburin, who knocks another one down from the outside. And Baburin's up to 11. He's 4 for 4 from the field. Here is Michael Thompson. To Clark again. The man with the hot hand shooting over the D. Cameron Clark cannot miss right now. And he is up to 14. And just get the ball in that man's hands. Perry. Now Strebkov. Had a chance of a 2 for 1. And that's a poor play, and it's blocked now by Cameron Clark, who can do no wrong. Michael Thompson will just slow things down, hoping that they can have the final possession of this first half. Thompson steps back, throws an air ball. Not quite sure what happened there. He's claiming something. Not sure whether he's saying that it took a little bit of a deflection on the way through from Kendrick Perry, or he's asking for the foul. Actually, he may have just been saying that there was a bit of a push, but either way, he's not had the decision. Timeout is called. We've got just under 2 seconds to go.
Léo a besoin de vous maintenant, mesdames et messieurs, vous suivez, on part tout doucement et on accélère.
Vlad,
On recule là, on fait pas de long passe.
ils ont 2 secondes.
Il y a 2 secondes. Fais un slow down, no long passes here. S'ils ont un 4 extérieur, on reste au 1 contre 1.
Attention les bas piques, les gars.
Okay. If he speak, we switch. If he speak, we switch. There you go. Stop, stop. 1, 2, 3.
Ok, un peu plus fort, vous êtes bien en forme ce soir. Et juste avant la fin de la première mi-temps, juste pour le plaisir et juste pour faire plaisir à Léo. 42-38, une seconde de 10e à jouer de possession. Novgorod et un défense.
So the lead is 4, and there are 1.9 seconds left to go in the first half, so they've got to advance this quickly. Nizhny Novgorod, Strebkov's just thrown it up from the half court. Oh, and he's got it! Ivan Strebkov, can you believe it? Big time play, an outrageous 3.
Avec l'arbitrage vidéo demandé par le trio arbitral de cette 12e journée.
Over the head, almost like a cricketer throwing the ball, and he banks it in. Well, I'm not sure that's what was discussed in the timeout, but either way it works. And what a way to end the first half. Le Mans with the lead, but only by 1 after that ridiculous 3 from the half court. It's Le Mans 42, Nizhny Novgorod 41.
Fin de la première mi-temps, c'est au score de 42-41 en faveur du Mans de MSB Le Mans sur la basket. On lâche rien, évidemment. Vous avez été parfait pendant 20 minutes. Il reste 20 minutes pour continuer de rêver. Un reste en BCL pour l'année 2019 parce que le chemin est encore long pour la BCL.
Here are the stats then. Both sides shooting the 2 pretty well, just below 60%, and the 3 as well. Nizhny Novgorod 6 for 11 from the perimeter. Le Mans 4 for 10. Le Mans a few more rebounds, pretty similar in terms of assists. 4 steals though for Le Mans. A couple of blocks each. Turnovers are pretty good as well, just 4 for Le Mans, 5 for Nizhny Novgorod. All in all, it has been nip and tuck so far in the first half. The game leaders, well, Cameron Clark has been great. He's got 14 points, 5 rebounds, and Dragicevic has led the way for Nizhny Novgorod, 14 points and 4 rebounds for him. Strebkov with 3 assists and that incredible 3 right before the buzzer at the end. Tarpe's had a couple of steals. Hendricks with 1 block as well. Hendricks has played nicely in that first half. So, first half was great. And we are fully expecting the second half to be just as good. So please make sure you rejoin us in around 10-15 minutes time when the second half will be getting underway.
Manuel en 2-0 pour le Mans and Nizhny 2 points. Ça devant aussi Vladimir Dragicevic. Avec un moment demandé par le Mans and Nizhny, une occasion de... Premier tir, rebond. Premier tir, rebond. Plus fort. Pour le conservateur. Allez ici, c'est parti maintenant. Allez, 45 secondes. Victor, il se tient là-dessus quand même. Applaudissements pour Victor également, s'il vous plaît, pour le Comtesse. Et ben bravo. Point réussi par le capitaine de Nizhny Novgorod. Il va rentrer dans la dernière minute. Reprenez vos places, mesdames et messieurs, dans 4 minutes maintenant et 10 secondes. Début de la deuxième mi-temps de cette 12e journée de BCL Basketball Champions League. Le Mans and Basket mène d'un point face à Nizhny Novgorod. Je vous rappelle que pour le moment, Novgorod est 4e du groupe A. Le Mans and Basket 7e du groupe A. Une victoire d'écart entre ces deux équipes, 5 victoires pour l'équipe russe, 4 victoires pour l'équipe française. Rien n'est fait et évidemment, les 20 prochaines minutes sont hyper importantes pour continuer l'aventure en BCL. Reprenez vos places, mesdames et messieurs, 3 minutes, début de la deuxième mi-temps.
So welcome back everybody to Antares here in France. Got a really good game on our hands as well in Group A. Le Mans up against Nizhny Novgorod. Le Mans with the lead, but albeit a very slender one, just by a single point, 42 points to 41. That's a remarkable half-court three-pointer from Ivan Strebkov right before the buzzer, reducing the arrears to just that 1 point. But it's been nip and tuck so far. There's been 15 lead changes. Biggest lead for Le Mans has been 4. The biggest lead for Nizhny Novgorod, 6. So it has been pretty close. Has already been one game completed in Group A so far today as well. Banvit beating Sadigas Avellino 96 points to 88, and by doing so have assured themselves of a place in the playoffs when they get underway after the regular season finishes. In the other games in Group A today, Ventspils were up against Ludwigsburg. They are just about to finish the third quarter there. They tipped off about half hour or so before us, and Ventspils leading that one 65 points to 56. So looks as though Ludwigsburg, who have struggled really throughout the regular season, just 3-8 so far, looks as though they may well slip to another defeat against Ventspils, which doesn't really do Le Mans too many favours, because Ventspils are another team who are also 4-7 before the game's tipped off today.
Juice, côté Cameron, Cameron, you go, okay? After Richard, you come, but it's a fake. Juice, you come, take the middle. And from here, Cameron, 1 for Antoine. Richard, 1 down pick for Valentin. Okay, we play here or here?
Be ready, the outside, over here, this green, this big, red, this one. Immediately rotate for a pass. Leave this one on the
Here we go, boys.
Okay, let's go.
Go, go.
Good defense.
Let's go, boys.
And just to let you know, the other game currently being played in Group A today, UCAM Murcia, who have been magnificent so far in the regular season, they have also assured themselves a spot in the playoffs already. Well, they were 10-1 heading into the game today. Well, it looks as though they will be 11-1 in about 45 minutes' time, because at half-time in that one against Anvil, they lead by 20. It's UCAM 50. Anvil 30. So that's good news, I guess, for Le Mans. And it's Le Mans with the first possession of this second half, as Cameron Clark is off target. Haven't said that too much today. Now Kendrick Perry looking to go coast to coast, and who's back there? Cameron Clark. Just got a right hand to it as Perry threw it up. Nice little spin, tricky finish with the left hand, can't get it. Well, Nizhny Novgorod's three-point shot has been terrific so far. Shooting the three at nearly 55% in this game. Drives to the baseline and a nice finish on the reverse. Only 1 second or so left in on the shot clock there. So Nizhny retake the lead once again. Another lead change out here. That's the 17th time the lead has changed in this game. And it could be 18 very shortly. Should have really grabbed his own rebound there, Cameron Clark. Here's Kendrick Perry. Perry up against Thompson, throws it back outside. The three is on the way. A little too much on it. Clark makes sure of this rebound. That's his 6th rebound to go with his 14 points in the game so far for Cameron Clark. He's exceptionally good in that first half. As was this man. Hendricks puts it up, throws it down. 13 points for him, 6 for 8 from the field for Richard Hendricks. Here's Dragicevic, another man who had an exceptionally good first half. Dragicevic, little no-look pass to Strebkov, air ball straight into the hands of Cameron Clark. Thompson now, Thompson for three, look good in the air. Here's Kendrick Perry. Perry's been reasonably quiet so far for Nizhny Novgorod. Just 2 points, 3 assists so far for him. Man that's averaging over 16 points a game, remember, in the Basketball Champions League. Just didn't quite get the role. Richard Hendricks brings in rebound number 3 for him. Now Ito. Ito is called on the foul. Will turn it over. So foul goes on Richard Hendricks for the screen. Le Mans lead by 1. Here's Perry. Dragicevic comes out, sets the screen. Oh, it's a beautiful pass behind the back from Kendrick Perry. I'm not entirely sure Vladimir Dragicevic was fully expecting it, mind you. Now Michael Thompson, the foul goes on Ivan Strebkov.
Bonjour pour Nizhny Novgorod, on retrouve en jeu numéro 44, le capitaine Denis Baboli.
Just limping away there, Ian Hummer, after perhaps just landing a little awkwardly. May well have to head to the bench here. Just have a look what happens. It's fairly innocuous, but clearly did some kind of damage. Here's Hendricks into Ito. Ito up against Kendrick Perry, looking to try and drive into the lane. Throws it back outside. Hendricks for 3. Rebound by Perry. Perry looking to try and go coast to coast. Throws it up. Can't get it to go, but will shoot 2. Kendrick Perry. It's better aggression, better penetration from him. Perry just over 70% from the foul line. Makes them both there. So Hendricks checks out of the game. Nizhny Novgorod leading by 1 again. It is still so close. Players know just how important every single game will be. 3 off target, Dragicevic with a big rebound. Perry. Hammer back to Perry. Dragicevic comes out, tries to give it into him. Does Perry, but he turns it over. Now Eto, good transitional defense from Nizhny Novgorod. Thompson turns down to 3, throws up the little teardrop and gets it to fall. And Le Mans now retake the lead again. Here is Hammer. Hammer looking to go to work. Nice finish with the left-hand jump hook. And now Nizhny Novgorod retake the lead. That is our 19th lead change of the game. 20th, excuse me. Here is Clark. Clark, really tricky shot, but doesn't matter. Cameron Clark just throwing them up left, right, and centre and getting them all to go today. So Clark up to 16 points. As Kendrick Perry looking to try and weave a way through. No good. Clark with the rebound this time. Eyeing up a double-double here. Cameron Clark. Nice pass from Yaget, and should have made it. Does it the second time of asking. Valentin Bigot to started the game well. Knocked down an early 3 and a layup. Just went quiet thereafter, but now he's up to 7. And Le Mans have a lead of 3. Can they just get a few stops down this end, though? Foul goes on Valentin Bigot. Nice pass from Yaget. Makes them both. Just under 4.5 to go as Dragicevic heads to the bench. There's Michael Thompson. Foul goes on Yevgeny Baburin. Shouldn't be too surprised by that. He's been fouled out in 5 games this season, Yevgeny Baburin. That's more than any other player in the Basketball Champions League. There's Michael Thompson. Nice pass from Thompson. Clark just can't get the 2 to go. Came up a little bit short, but Le Mans will keep possession. Foul is called. Here's Eto. Make sure he doesn't go out of bounds here. Cameron Clark. Clark throws up the long 2. Count it! And 1. Cameron Clark, take a bow. What a game he has had. So Le Mans with a 4-point lead once more. can they just get a few stops down the other end? Nizhny Novgorod in the penalty as well, so they've got no more to give, and they've turned it over, so they have got to stop. Can they capitalize on that and make down the other end? Still, the biggest lead for Le Mans in this game is 4. Atmosphere is just beginning to amp up as well. That three-point play from Cameron Clark just a second ago has really got them going. Here's Michael Thompson. Clark again. Give the man the ball and get him to shoot. Clark, step back 2 is no good. Popov, very nearly made a bit of a mess of that. Popov eventually does bring the ball under his spell. Here's Ivan Strebkov to Popov. Nice work, back to Popov. Now Yevgeny Baburin, we've seen he can shoot the 3, and he's had it knocked out of his hands. And now the fast break is on, and after winning the steal, Valentin Bigot makes the 2. And Le Mans, for the first time, have a lead bigger than 4 in this game. It's up to 6. Good work from Valentin Bigot. Made the steal. Wasn't just happy with that, continued his run and knocked down the 2, and a timeout has been called.
Time up. Time up. Time up. Fintiruj, opa. Pass, good spacing. Circle, hop, short throw. Short throw. Big door cut. Boom. Okay.
Here, come on. We're gonna focus on this. Shoulder. Wheel, roll deep.
S'il va en dessous sur le premier
Non, pose le bas, comme ça ils vont pas en dessous.
On reverse.
Hey, listen.
Hey.
My shoulder, with the back leg. Yeah, like at the beginning, this under.
Reverse. But if not, go.
Et maintenant, tout le monde s'adresse en mode défense.
So a bit of Freddie Mercury at Live Aid getting the crowd going during that timeout. And Le Mans all of a sudden just beginning to assert themselves. They lead by 6. We've got just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's Baburin. Now Strebkov, beautiful pass from Strebkov. Yet another turnover and another opportunity here for Le Mans to increase their lead. The crowd once again desperately trying to get behind their team. Here's Michael Thompson. Huguet comes out, sets the screen. Thompson thought about throwing up the 3, decided against it. Good penetration, gets it, and 1. It's another big-time play. And Valentin Bigot is having a really good 60 seconds or so for Le Mans. He was the man who got the steal in the last possession before the timeout and went down the other end and made the 2. And he's now got the chance for a 3-point play here. And the lead is just growing and growing. It's up to 8. Can it be 9? Yes, it can. Nizhny Novgorod, the architects of their own downfall, really. Here is Perry. Baburin for 3, look good all the way. Yevgeny Baburin just loves that outside shot. He's up to 14. The lead is back down to 6. Here is Eto. Eto into Cameron Clark, the step back 2. You know the answer when Cameron Clark throws it up today, more often than not, it goes down. He's up to 21 now. The lead is back up to 8. Nastupkovic, turnover again. Been too many turnovers really in this third quarter for Nizhny Novgorod. Michael Thompson, Clark. Ato thought about the three. Clark had plenty of time to turn and throw another mid-range jumper down. Cameron Clark, 23 points, 8 rebounds for him today. And the lead is double digits for the first time as Perry looks to try and reduce the arrears but can't get it to go. It's just not really happened for Kendrick Perry today. He's 1 for 7 from the field for their star man. Chance of a 2 for 1 here as well for Le Mans. Yeget throws it back outside. Ato shooting the three. Another one goes down. And Le Mans are in cannot miss territory. Ato with his first points of the game. Strebkov desperately looking to try and find a response. The three is no good and Bigot grabs the rebound. The buzzer is down, surely not another one from the half court. It's not, but they will not care because that is a really, really profitable and lucrative third quarter for Le Mans. They outscored Nizhny Novgorod 23 points to 11 and thus have a 13-point lead at the end of 3. It's Le Mans 65, Nizhny Novgorod 52. %58 from 2-point range, Le Mans, 22-38, 5 for 14 from 3-point range. Nizhny still shooting the three reasonably well, 7 for 16. You can see they've had 12 more attempts from 2-point range, Le Mans. So shooting the ball a lot more efficiently, and here are the highlights. Well, what can Nizhny Novgorod find in this final quarter? It was a third quarter that rather swiftly got away from the Russian side. They trail by 13. Dragachevich, perhaps much will rely on him. Well, he thought he'd brought down the offensive rebound, but he's called on the foul, and Novgorod will turn it over again. That's what cost them, really. In the third quarter, a lot of turnovers, a lot of cheap possessions, really, for Le Mans. 14 points from turnovers in this game for Le Mans, just 5 for Nizhny Novgorod. He's called on the travel, Michael Thompson, so Le Mans will just turn it straight back over. Here is Kendrick Perry. Perry for 3, needs to just try and get himself going. Another one doesn't find a target for Kendrick Perry. Bigot. Ato has already made 1 3, make it 2! Le Mans on fire right now. And the lead just grows and grows. It is up to 16. Here is Strebkov. Nice pass into Dragicevic. Oh, get out of my way, says Dragicevic, the big man, just knocking people over left, right, and centre on his way to 2 points. Dragicevic picks up his second foul. Here's Michael Thompson. Thompson for 3. No good. Hummer grabs the rebounds. Kendrick Perry, great penetration from Perry, and he finally gets one to fall. Perry up to 6 points, and only 2 for 8 from the field. 2 for 9, sorry, from the field. Here's Ato. Well, he's made 2 threes in the last few possessions for Le Mans. Can't make it 3, so another miss for Le Mans. Another opportunity here for Nizhny Novgorod to eat into this 12-point lead. The foul is called on Valentin Bigot.
Deuxième faute personnelle de Valentin Bigot, numéro 10 de Mans and Basket pour la première équipe. Et ce soir, on va suivre Nizhny Novgorod, remise en jeu, numéro 19, Ivan Strebkov.
Perry. Strebkov, another foul is called.
Faute personnelle de Valentin Bigot, numéro 10 de Mans and Basket. C'est la troisième faute personnelle de Valentin, deuxième faute d'équipe.
Perry again, throws one up from the foul line, grabs his own rebound though, Kendrick Perry. They'll get another 14 seconds here. Perry looking to try and spin his way to the hoop, draws the foul.
Deuxième faute personnelle, numéro 21, Jules Thompson, le Mans and Basket. Troisième faute d'équipe, avec un changement de joueur devant les parents Mans and Basket. Sorti avec deux applaudissements, le buteur Victor, Antoine Ato.
Ato checks out. Had a good couple of minutes though towards the back end of the third quarter and the start of the fourth. Did Antoine Ato. Good defense from Wilfried Yaget. Yaget again up against Kendrick Perry, just did enough. Yaget though drives into the lane, makes the 2. Seemingly unstoppable right now, Le Mans. 3-pointer off target, Yaget brings in the rebounds. Thompson thought about the 3, decided against it, throws it back outside. The 3 is on the way this time, can't get it. Hummer with his 4th rebound of the game. The lead is 14. Here goes Kendrick Perry. Now Yevgeny Baburin, someone that can shoot the 3. Knocks yet another down, Yevgeny Baburin, who's up to 17 personal now. He is 6 for 7 from the field, 5 for 6 from 3-point range, Yevgeny Baburin. 15 of his 17 points have come from beyond the arc. Here is Michael Thompson. Thompson's got to be careful. He has it stolen off him, and now Vladimir Dragicevic puts in the 2. And all of a sudden, that 16-point lead that they had going, Le Mans, is back down to single digits. It's only 9 now.
Nizhny Novgorod, troisième tour de joueur, troisième pointe d'équipe, avec un changement de joueur pour le Mans. La sortie sous vos applaudissements de Jules Thompson.
So Baburin takes a seat, much to the relief, no doubt, of the Le Mans team. 5 for 6 from three-point range for Yevgeny Baburin. There's some shooting. Cameron Clark. Nato back on the floor, steps back, throws up the mid-range jumper and gets it to go, and much needed just to calm a few nerves. Even though they still lead by 11, there was just beginning to be a little bit of doubt as Strebkov throws the three and can't get it. Cameron Clark brings down the rebounds. That's his 9th rebound. He needs one more for a double-double. 23 points and 9 rebounds for him today. Clark passes it right across the floor. Tabu into the lane. And one. Seemed like an eternity before the ball dropped, but gets it to fall. And a chance for a 3-point play for Jonathan Tabu. Converts on the 3-point play. Trying to knock one down, very nearly a 4-point play. Nato called on the foul, and it'll be a trip to the line for 3 free throws. Through this final quarter. Still got one more to come. So reduces the lead back to 11. Neither side have any more fouls to give. It's great ball movement, this from Le Mans, and he's fouled and will head to the line. Splits them, makes 1 from 2. Every free throw, though, could be absolutely imperative as we head down the stretch. Lead is 12. Just comes up short with the 3-point shot. Rebound brought in from Valentin Bigot. His 5th rebound to go alongside 4 assists and 12 points. It's been a really good all-round game from Bigot. Here is Eto. Ato has shown a penchant for the three-point shot. And he knocks his third of the game down. He's up to 11 points personal. 9 of those have come from the outside. Antoine Ato, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for him. He's begot again. Draws the foul. Nizhny, of course, in the penalty as well. So Perry called on his second. Bigot will head to the line. This is a potentially big win for Le Mans in their quest to finish in the top 4 spots in Group A. Cameron Clark very nearly able to steal it back. The shot clock's down to 2. He's just got to get the shot away, which he does, and makes it just a second or so before the buzzer. Evgeny Baburin, what a game he has had. So the lead is 12 with just over 3 minutes to go. 2 more game weeks to go after this in the regular season. As Ato makes another, this time only a 2-pointer. So Le Mans, if they do go on and win this, which it looks as though they will do, they would go to 5-7. They would have the exact same record as Nizhny Novgorod. So Nizhny would be 5-7, Le Mans would be 5-7. And Ventspils, who have already beaten Ludwigsburg, they have gone to 5-7. So that is how close it would be. There would be 3 teams all on 5-7, and then Anvil would be 4-8, just behind them, and Ludwigsburg 3-9. There's Clark. Nowhere near. A little nudge in the back to make sure he brings down the rebound. Seen by the officials, they'll turn it over. So Le Mans' last 2 games. Next Wednesday the 30th of January, Le Mans travel to Sedigas Avellino. So that's a tough game. Sedigas Avellino currently sitting 3rd in Group A with a 7-5 record. And then their final game on Tuesday the 5th of February, they are back here at home to Anvil. So Sedigas Avellino away, and then Anvil at home. Anvil currently 11 points down against UQAM Murcia, with still 7 minutes or so to go in the 4th quarter there. So you never know, there's still time to turn it around. As for Nizhny Novgorod, of course, they will also have 2 games remaining after this one. So next week, they are back at home, back in Russia against Ventspils. So they'll be glad to have some home support against them. Potentially tricky game, that. And then they finish their, that is next Tuesday, by the way, Tuesday the 29th of January. And Nizhny Novgorod then finish their campaign on Tuesday the 5th of Feb. And they are away, but they do play Ludwigsburg, who by that stage would probably have already been eliminated or stand no chance at all of qualifying for the playoff spot. So there may not be too much riding on that, as the open 3 is knocked down. Jonathan Tabu, and the lead is back up to 16. And Le Mans seemingly very much in control with just 90 seconds to go. Timeout called.
je bilo 14, pa probamo opustiti. Da попробуем опустити. Хорошо? Дайте попробуйте сейчас да си играем бистру опцию. Бистру опцию. Хорошо? 3. Буба, буба. Ширина 1-1.
Come on! Lead! We don't beat! Fun! 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 Very right, fun! Beat!
Il reste 1 minute 30 à jouer, mesdames, messieurs. C'est maintenant qu'il va falloir envoyer un très gros défense ensemble. Là, Antares, attention, défense.
So just under 90 seconds to go. The lead is 16. Here is Ivan Strebkov. Strebkov, difficult shot with the left hand, but Dragicevic brings down the offensive rebounds. 20.6 rebounds for Vladimir Dragicevic. Here is Baburin. Another three. Another one knocked down. This is ridiculous shooting from the outside from Yevgeny Baburin. 22 points. He is 6 for 8 from beyond the arc today. That is some going. Took a bit of a heavy tumble. Valentin Bigot. So Strebkov called on his 4th foul. Here is Strebkov. You never know, every single point could be absolutely imperative in terms of qualification. If teams finish on the same number of wins and losses, it could all come down to points difference. So no matter how far behind in a game you are, you've got to keep going, you've got to keep trying and plugging away. Here is Eto, good penetration, can't get the layup though. But great work by Valentin Bigot. He's had a great game himself actually. He's probably somewhat overshadowed. Great work. Got it just before the buzzer. Yeah, Valentin Bigot has had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists today. He's also had a steal in there as well.
Можно и 2 очка. Ваня, Ваня! Ваня, 1 с мячом здесь. Куба! Куба!
Touche-le vraiment tout de suite, toi, bien tout de suite. Touche-le tout de suite, il n'aura pas le temps. Si jamais tu switches, il va commencer à essayer de jouer. Tu pousses, oui il vient, il va devoir se débarrasser de la balle. Hein? Et toi tu viens de score. Hey Joe, toi tu pousses vraiment la balle.
So 4 seconds to go. Strebkov inbound. Strebkov gets it back. He's just got to try and throw it up. Can't get the shot away. And there goes the buzzer. And a potentially hugely important win for Le Mans in their quest to finish in the top 4 playoff spots in Group A. They knew that Nizhny Novgorod were a side just ahead of them in the group heading into this game. They knew what a big game it was, and they have come and done a job this evening. Le Mans with some big-time performances from a number of their players today, and they get a crucial win. It's finished Le Mans 89, Nizhny Novgorod 74. That was the final possession that we've just seen. But Le Mans, well, they know Yevgeny Baburin knows just left screen what a game he had for Nizhny Novgorod. Unfortunately for them, it wasn't enough in the end. Baburin finishing with 22 points. He was 6 for 8 from 3-point range. Dragachevich also finished with 22. Unfortunately, apart from those two, there wasn't a huge amount of support from elsewhere. Strebkov did have 11. But a couple of 4 or 5 really big performances from Le Mans today, led by Cameron Clark. He had 24 points, was only 1 rebound shy of a double-double. They shot that too really well, 57% today, 47 attempts as well. 8 for 20 from 3-point range. Nizhny Novgorod 39% from 3. When you think 6 of those 9 that they made were made from one player in Yevgeny Baburin. 10 more rebounds for Le Mans, that was a big difference, and 8 steals as well. So a couple of the stats very much in favour of the home side. A few more turnovers for Nizhny Novgorod, but 7 and 10 respectively is not bad at all. 22 fouls for Nizhny Novgorod. Wilfried Yaget just high-fiving everybody. Here are the game leaders. Cameron Clark, 24 points, 9 rebounds for him. Ato finished with 5 assists. He also had 13 points. Dragachevich was the star man for Nizhny Novgorod, 22 points and 6 rebounds, but Yevgeny Baburin with that 3-point shot, magnificent as well. There is Cameron Clark. Yaget had 3 steals in the game. Cameron Clark there on your screen. Just a tremendous display today. 24 points for him. Bigot had a good game as well, 15 for him. Hendricks finished with 13 points. Yeah, Dragachevich and Baburin both with 22. And Strebkov, the only other man with double digits, he finished with 11 points. Well, it's coming to an end. The Basketball Champions League regular season, only 2 more game weeks to go. But Le Mans and Nizhny Novgorod are now neck and neck. Nizhny Novgorod's 5 and 7, Le Mans 5 and 7, Ventspils 5 and 7. Anvil would currently go 4 and 8, providing any last-minute turnaround in their game against UQAM Murcia right now. And MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg at the bottom of Group A, 3 and 9. UQAM Murcia would go to 11 and 1. Banvit, by virtue of their win over Cedigas Avellino earlier, they confirmed their spot in the playoffs, so they went 8 and 4. And Cedigas Avellino 7 and 5 in 3rd spot now. But it is really, really tight in this group. There's a few groups that are almost done and dusted, but certainly not Group A. There is a lot riding on it, and it's certainly going to come right down to the wire. That 2 more game weeks to go, as I said. Le Mans next week up against Cedigas Avellino on the road next Wednesday. And they then finish their regular season campaign off at home against Anvil. And as for Nizhny Novgorod, next week at home to Ventspils on Tuesday the 29th of Jan, and then their final game in the regular season on Tuesday the 5th of February. They are away to MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, and that may not be a bad game to have, you know, finishing off for Nizhny Novgorod, because MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, sorry, presumably not going to be playing for much there, so they may well just kind of check out of that game early. And it may well play into the hands of the Russian side. But plenty of basketball still to play. And Le Mans, they've been pretty good at home throughout the entirety of the Basketball Champions League. And once again, proving today just what a threat they can be. Especially that third quarter, they really just took control of the game in the third quarter. They outscored Nizhny Novgorod 23 points to 11. And it really just blew them away. 24 points to 22 in that final quarter, but they didn't really give Nizhny Novgorod even a glimmer of hope of getting back into the game, which is exactly what they wanted to do, just see the game out, and they managed it really nicely. Wilfried Yaget had a good game, but for now it is Le Mans with a big win in the Basketball Champions League. Thanks for your company tonight, and we hope to see you again next week.